Hey folks, Justin Thayer, TeamThayer.com, Team Thayer Official on YouTube. We're going to talk bank foreclosures, and I'm going to explain the role of the person who is in charge of making sure all the guidelines and parameters are followed, but not the decision maker in the end, not the main decision maker, and that's the asset manager. An asset manager works for a bank or a servicing company that is hired by a bank to manage bank foreclosures, okay, from beginning to end. And they are charged with making sure the guidelines and parameters set by the investors, board of investors, or the corporate institution are followed, right? The guidelines and parameters are followed. They are allowed to make decisions, but they are restricted by a set standard. So you don't see them getting to just make decisions all on their own. So an asset manager also has hundreds of these that he's managing at any one time. So he or she needs to limit their information incoming. What I mean is they need to limit the amount of contacts with everyone in the process. Otherwise they get bogged down. These people just work 9 to 5. They're bank employees. You know, they really get inundated with a lot of information to begin with. So for them to be able to, in an 8-hour day, field, 20 phone calls a day, right, on one property, or if they have 200 properties and they get one phone call a day and that's 200 phone calls they would have to field, and they'd never get anything done. So you don't have access, you don't get to talk to the asset manager unless you're the listing broker, right? On the sales, when you're trying to buy one, right? Myself as a listing broker, I get limited opportunity to speak with the asset manager. I can call him on the phone and email him, but I usually or I can email him within the system or message him within the system we're working with. But I don't really have a ton of access to be able to talk with him at length, at leisure, as much as I want about every single property's nuances or whatever the buyer's agent wants me to tell them, because whatever reason they think he or she should be making the decision they want them to make. It's very limited. So when you're buying a foreclosure, understand this person has hundreds, if not more, properties that they're managing at one time, bank foreclosures, right? And all the process, right, from the title to the securing of the property to the process that it takes to satisfy the board of directors or the investors or the corporate institution itself. So it's another one of those things where I'm going to explain that it's a limited communication process. When you're writing an offer on a bank foreclosure, make it no nonsense, make it clean, make it crisp. They don't like extensions. They don't like a lot of extra hassle or paperwork. They will flat out flush any offer that is too much of a hassle and just put it back in the system and start over. That's it. Please follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Team Thayer Official on YouTube. TeamThayer.com is my website where you can find bank foreclosures in the Lane County, Oregon area. Thank you. See you next time. TeamThayer.com. The fiduciary responsibility is to do the job that needs done.